Mhm. Now, oop, already froze. So my wild froze. That's great. Good stuff. Good stuff. Try this again though. Trying to farm that sword from Agamar and or Scythe real quick before we hop on the PTR. Don't have a long time to stream tonight. Maybe tomorrow though. Kick my whole dog. My whole dog in his throat just now. Oh my dog. Oh, let's do this thing now. All right, we're good now. Hopefully. I don't think I did anything past week. Or yeah, I didn't do anything this past week. I think about um Me going to all right, we're good now, hopefully. I didn't do anything. Anything this week. Which is fine. I mean, with 10.2 being announced and stuff. I don't even think we don't have a date yet, but it's still just like, I really don't care too much if they're like really pushing the thing. Even though I probably should, right? Probably could try some builds on live for Outlaw and make it enjoyable, but we have to see. On days that training have been killing me. You can check out a few things in comparison to 10.2 for Outlaw, just to kind of see how it goes damage wise. I don't think it's going to be as good, of course, because some of the changes that they made to Outlaw versus in 10.2 versus 10.17 not going to be as good. But I do want to theory craft and try a few current builds now with Outlaw to see how it works. I was talking to is in my comments, a comment about they don't like the ambush build. And I was like, I actually like the ambush build, but I do think about it like I feel like Outlaw does have a lot of buttons. Sometimes it's a little overwhelming. You know, it's a little overwhelming. Period.
Demons would pluck out their eyes. Who could ever imagine such a sacrifice?
Yeah, we're trying to get the appearances going into
is free. He can stand beside his brethren once more.
Nothing.
Our victories mean nothing. So long
I wonder
as
if
our
since I'm doing it on
garrisons
10
the
man, I
soul
need to
rise fuel his
make sure the
infinite
next warrior or something, I'm making sure that I have it on the 25 man legacy. So that could be what's messing me up.
Let the fury of the sea wash away this corruption.
It's dead. Just give me a scythe. I just need one. I don't need both. Just give me one of them. Well, that I did not get any of them. Alright, well, there's one down. Let's go to what? Let the warriors next. So I got warrior, DK, and the monk. Warrior, DK, and the monk. I'm in the stream group. Let me start posting in here. I'm not getting nervous because I'm not in there like actively. But like post my stuff. Start getting back more active with my community as well. I think I do a poor job with my community. Discord, I guess, right now. Okay. So I think I gotta walk back. I think I might have logged out at the very end, like I usually do. Nope, I lied. Let's see. Legacy. Oh yeah, we want Legacy 25, man, baby. Yeah. I didn't check and see if there's a date for 3.2. The Mythic Quest testing starts tomorrow. That's gonna be. That's gonna be a good time. Tomorrow night I get some testing on that for some YouTube video. Good quality. That's I typed in the wrong thing.
I have many lucky doos you like.
Bless me. Thank me. Watching Kalamazoo a little bit now. He got his stream up. So my man exclusively plays Warlock and just plays Warlock. Why would I need to do that? Alliance Chad. Oh nah. Oh nah. The only reason I'm Alliance Zero is just a few years ago, a lot of my buddies they found a good raiding guild on Alliance, and I wanted to raid. Nah, I'm Horde till I die. I just so happen to still have everything leveled to 70 on Alliance, but nah, I'm a Horde. I'm Horde all day. What's up, man? Glad you came through, yo. We're here trying to get this yeah, what I need.
He can stand beside his brethren once more.
Nah, I don't like anything about Alliance. I only did it for the bros. Just with the raiding, but I don't even raid anymore or anything. So unsub, dang, the heartbreak. The heartbreak. What's going on with you? I need a scythe or something. Like I've been grinding this thing for a few weeks. I need to get something. Give me something. Give me something. Oh no. I got Warrior and Pally. I just need something. I don't know if they can drop one per like account. Can't be account. But you should be able to go on multiple guys. We'll find out. I just need either the scythe to drop or the sword to drop for one of the two bosses. I'm happy. It won't be any complaining for me. I thought about leveling all my other Horde to 70, but I just don't think I can do it, man. It's too much work. It's too much. But, you know, the biggest thing, like honestly, most of my guys, I would play them if they were Horde right now. Because looking at the allied races that I chose, I'm just like, fuck, I choose that. Like my Pally, I would love to play Ret. Ret feels good right now. I would play any spec up right now, but he being a dwarf, I'm just like, it's not appealing. Can't do it. I just short my shadow dance on Outlaw. Just the macro didn't sit well. I feel you. Yeah, and you know that is honestly that's how I feel with most classes and specs, like if it doesn't like fit the theme, I'm usually not for it too much. I'm just like, ugh. But I mean, I get it. I guess. Like to make something like ambush like viable for outlaws, like nigga, I'm out here swinging swords and shooting pistols. I don't want to be going in the shadows and doing things, right? So like definitely what you meant, like thematically, it makes no sense, right? Honestly, from the testing that I've done, even on live servers, like our damage is blade flurry. Like nothing gets close. Then maybe like main gouge and pistol shot, depending on how you spec. The route I'm gonna end up going, I want my pistol shot to be just dunking people. I like the thought of pistol shot. So one thing, I might just make a video, I'm gonna save it, but dread blades on top of killing spree with 5 combo points, don't do it, you'll kill yourself. I know this because I've done it twice. First time an accident, second time I tried to figure out how I killed myself. If you dread blades and then you use killing spree on PTR, yeah, you'll kill yourself because it's the 8% damage that you take for dread blades. You legit melt yourself. Then it's funny too. But I think I'm honestly changing my build up on live once I run through this with my warrior and my pally. I'm gonna mess around with rogue a little bit and kind of change my build because I'm more ambush build. I wish Between the Eyes was better of an ability. Even though it's supposed to do 4 times as much damage Between the Eyes, like when you look on details, it just isn't enough. Like blade flurry alone as an ability tops the damage of Between the Eyes. I put 10.2. I think there's a way that you can make the build and make it a little bit better. But I feel we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. One thing I wish they would do, with warrior right now, is what's the point of? I might just make that into a video too. I'm gonna save all my little ideas. I'm gonna save my ideas. Nothing. All right. Log off. Got Pally next, and then if not, then try again next week. What are they? But yeah, I think I'm gonna shift more towards red and prot work. I was looking at Outlaw. Yeah, man, Outlaw's always been fun. I've always enjoyed Outlaw. I've always enjoyed Assassination Rogue. I've never been a fan of Sub. It just doesn't fit my play style. At Warrior, I can play Warrior all day. Red had to grow on me, and it honestly didn't really grow on me until honestly this expansion, because I actually gave it a shot to play like that. I ended up playing like Holy Pally, always a Holy Pally. Yeah, Red puts up some crazy numbers, man. Red's numbers are crazy. I'm trying to more decide if I'm gonna make a video about every class right now, because honestly I do play everything outside of I don't play Evoker. I've always been the person, like whenever a new hero class is introduced, I never play it. I just like maybe expansion 2 down the road I might play it, but usually when it's current I don't even bother with it.
Champion, may I have a word with you?
I think Outlaw is definitely gonna be super spicy though. You know, it's funny whenever I go through Reddit.io and stuff like that, and I look at like the top DPS classes, and you never see like Red Pally up there. You don't see like Survival Hunter. Like I feel like honestly every season, like usually the two ranges stay about the same. The melee might rotate between like Windwalker, Fury Warrior, maybe sprinkle an Enhancement Shaman in there. But it's usually always like a sub rogue. And that's really it. Like I'm surprised that Ret isn't as crazy as I feel it is when it comes to pushing M+ content. It's always like, you think of casters, you think it's always like Destro, S-Priest, Frost the Fire Mage. It's usually it. Like you see no Marksman Hunter, no BM Hunters, no Balance. Well, Balance Druids was doing their thing. They were popping up for a little while. One, I don't know how anyone can play Balance. The playstyle for Balance Druid is not it. I mean, but we look at all the specs and how everything is really built in the game. It's all you build your resource, you spend your resource, right? But something about how balance works, I can't get behind it.
This may be the one place in the universe sacred to the Legion. Demons would pluck out their eyes sooner than gaze upon it. Who could ever imagine such
All
a
right, this is the last time for the week, man. We get. Now I'm gonna hop on the Outlaw. We got going on. See if we can adjust this tree a little bit. I do want to push some. I do want to do some keys. I need to stay on top of my keys. All right, let's burst. I'll tell you what. Final Verdict. When you think about the ability Final Verdict, when that thing hit, it hit, right? Like, when that thing hit you, it hit you. Like the spell sounds like what it does. Like when you get clapped by a Final Verdict, you get clapped.
Seeds of the Pantheon.
Grip me clapping. Hoping for a raised Demon Hunter spec reveal, maybe BlizzCon. You know what?
You have done well, boy.
There'll be a lot of things I could probably make a video on of what I would hope it would do for some classic specs in the game. It's already feels a little stale. Like everything feels like rinse repeat. Nothing super like over the top with WoW. That's just like blows your mind. I mean, the closest thing we had was like Dragon Rod. That shit got old. I won't say it got old. It's still cool concept. It's like, okay, what do we have now? Like if you're not raiding or Mythic Plus, PvP, right? If pet battles were like, pet battles should have been better because pet battles are horrid. They're absolutely terrible. Look kind of official, I can't lie. I feel like an outlaw. I had to put, I put the one sword. I've always liked thinner swords, right? And then put the brass knuckles on. Come on, cuz. Tell me she ain't tough. But yeah, I would love to see a rain spec. I'd love to see a rain spec on Monk. Would be just fantastic. I mean, a melee spec Evoker would be dope. Maybe get a few more, a few of the classes get their version of like augmentation, being more like a support would be cool. I I think that'd be fire. Like I would want warrior to be based on like shouts, like going through, not having the highest DPS, but your shouts, your different type of shouts benefit the group. Would be fire. What the games that I play? This is only like, well, I played a little bit of Fortnite, but seriously, like on a serious note, all I play is WoW. I play Dragon Ball Super, it's a card game, but other than that, I don't play. I don't play any other video games. My back look ragged.
Many deals for a friend of the Grumbles. Like you.
But yep, this is all I play. I think I only play WoW because I'm so familiar with it. I always have a fear of like being bad at games. Even though I'm not the best at this game because I don't really don't do anything in the game. But yeah, WoW was always been my game to play since 2000.
Many
Oh,
farewells.
in my game. I wonder if those pants sold that I got in LFO. It might be my mailbox. It probably said they expired. Yeah, it expired. Let's try to sell them one more time. I'm gonna try to sell them. I'm gonna get them sold. I'm putting them up there for like 50K or some shit. Just to get them out of my way.
We will not repeat our history.
14K, sure. That's fine.
Thank you for
I
sharing.
went for 14. Alright. Where we about to go? Where we going? Where we going? I feel I want to go to a city that no one is at. I just make this into the YouTube video. Record the YouTube video in the YouTube video. How's your main game take nowadays? You got a bit of FPS and Heroes of the Storm. Man, I miss Heroes of the Storm, man. You know, it's crazy. I enjoyed Heroes of the Storm. I enjoyed Smite a lot. But I cannot play League of Legends. I can't. It's basically the same damn game. Yeah, I won't say I don't have time. I don't make the time anymore with like family and stuff. But I don't make enough time to really do what I set out to do. Alright, so we're gonna go up to this dummy real quick. Oh, I go to the dummies in the back. Up here on the bridge, things get dicey up here. Even though I'm not on PTR, so we good. Alright, so I know usually my meters, where are my meters? I'm way down here. There's a shot, dispatch, melee, main gouge, and blade flurry. Usually like, as you can see, like, the gap isn't super big. And I don't know why my pistol shot is so high. Okay, yeah. Half cost pistol shots. I really don't like, if you go greenskins, right? So, this talent is changing for 10.2. It's going to be a change. It's going to be 12 seconds. It's going to last you for 12 seconds. Right. A lot of these things are going to change. Restless Blades, this is going to be baseline. Grappling Hook's going to be baseline. What else is going to be baseline? I figure live-wise. Oh, and you'll be able to have both of these. You don't have to choose between Killing Spree and Dreadblades. You actually have both of these. Because Killing Spree gets moved down to the bottom as a different node, as one of the capstones. That's gonna be dope that they do that. Dreadblades get you killed though. I think out of the two right now though, this is not as good right now as it is on 10.2 talent wise. Now you'd get honestly more use out of Dreadblades now on live, just because all your builders will fill your combo points, and instead of the 8% on 10.2 of your health that gets sapped is only 5%. But having access to both Dreadblades and Killer Spree is pretty good. Killer Spree, Ghostly Strike. I probably could still somewhat make a decent build that doesn't revolve around Shadow Dance. I think, I have Shadow Dance on my bars. I don't like Shadow Dance. If I had to choose between the two, I'd probably am going towards Reprimand or Thistle Tea. It depends on how we get these points lined up. But some fights, majority of fights that you start, right, you're gonna want like benefits of things like Find Weakness, one of our other abilities, taken by surprise, getting that haste buff, right? So like not playing that's where Shadow Dance becomes so good. If I remember right, so you go here, right, and you get the haste buff. So I'm at 20% now. So if I go here, see, it's really not the same. I can roll a bone. I'm gonna go ahead and make it here. Alright, so now what we can do, if we Shadow Dance, we still get the haste buff back, right? So like Shadow Dance might feel like a useless button to hit, but getting that 10% haste stacked on top is actually pretty good, right? And that lasts for, so if we look at the talent, right, 10% while stealth, and then 20 seconds after leaving stealth. So if we count Shadow Dance for 6 seconds, we basically get a 26-second 10% buff of haste. I guess is what making Shadow Dance, it's honestly pretty good. Like you can't really like fault Shadow Dance. It just sucks that there's no other way to get to it. Now, if you don't take Shadow Dance, like, do you really, like, let's say you go Reprimand, or you go more towards like Still Fate to go into Thistle Tea. I think honestly out of all these right now, Shadow Dance is the best way to go. But I mean, you can always make a case just depending on what type of build you're trying to go. Like you can always go Taken by Surprise. You can go Shadow Dance. I mean, it has a 1 minute cooldown, but you got to think about Shadow Dance is not going to be as bad of a button to hit, because if you're taking, pretty sure Shadow Dance isn't affected by Restless Blades, which honestly makes it's just a 1 minute cooldown. But I mean, 1 minute really isn't that long, right? I guess it all just depends on the type of build that you go into. To see, it depends if you go more like pistol shot, if you're looking at Audacity, right? You have cost pistol shots. If you want to get those, you're going to get that ambush, right? But I guess you don't necessarily have to go into this, but you got to make sure that you find a way to go ahead and get into triple threat and things like that. But this is live, so this doesn't really matter. We're gonna go over the PTR real quick and kind of talk about it a little bit. I just record my video while we're at it right now. But how Rogue is shaping up now with Dreadblades, having access to Dreadblades and Killing Spree, it looks pretty good. It seems like it's going to be pretty powerful. Now, will it be compared to other classes? Not too sure. Like, I've tested Fury Warrior. Fury is like a dump truck with tier. And, actually, we just go to the PTR. Yeah, we're going to have the PTR now. with Red. I'm gonna have to check Red out. I might make a video on Red as well, since I know you play old Pally. So I might make a video on Red. I know a little bit about Red that I could spread a little insight, give my honest opinion on how it feels. I gotta start utilizing that record while I'm streaming type deal, like my boy Lotus does. He does that for all his videos. He'll record his videos live, turn off his notifications and everything. Here we go. Do it. Game capture, PTR. All right. Rogue time. Life. I'm off Friday. I got one more day of training today. Off Friday, Saturday, and off Thursday, Friday. Yeah, Moans here on PTR is nuts. Working right now. What type of work you do, man? 5 a.m. Ooh. A few more hours to go. Look out, Mortal Kombat 1 launched today. Dang. We got all about this. Honestly, not a lot of people are playing it though. Awesome. Oh, I'm looking. Manufacturing? Okay. Oh yeah. Where do we want to go? Let's go. We just want to go somewhere that no one see me. Let's go somewhere that we won't be bothered. Open this cave, right? Dream and growth. Alright, I gotta pick it just because I see it. Yep. Huh. Oh, thanks. Some dream quests. Cool. Don't pay attention to my bags. They're rough because I was leveling my professions all up and bought too many of the free things. And yeah, my bags are a little tough. Don't pay that in mind. Don't pay that in mind for the video. All right, welcome back to another video, back with more talks about 10.2, and we want to, in this video, go over the tier sets for Outlaw Rogue and over some mock talents that we're going to go over and some changes that they made from 10.1 to now. I'm pretty excited. I've done a little bit of testing, and from what I can see, what I can feel, and the numbers that I'm seeing, I feel like Outlaw is definitely in the right direction. Will it need more work? Course, tuning is always good, but we'll take what we can get for now. All right, but if you're watching this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and let's go ahead and get into it. So we have the tier set for Outlaw. Now, honestly, truthfully, I'm a little disappointed. I feel that the tier set isn't honestly that good, right? We look at our two sets. Sinister Strike has a additional 15% chance of striking additional time. Okay, yeah, it's going to give us additional combo point, a little bit of extra damage, but as you can see, most of the times on most fights, right at the end of a dungeon run, Mythic Plus, whatever, Sinister Strike is not top damage for you. It can go here is usually fourth. It depends on how long the fight is and things like that. Sinister Strike usually falls behind. Now, we got a few other pieces. We got weapons and things like that. So you might see some of these numbers be skewed a little bit, right? But honestly, I don't feel like the two set is great. Is it okay? Yes. All depends on how you wanna spec and, you know, handle your talents. But I feel like honestly the two set really isn't that good. Now, 4 set Roll the Bones additionally refreshes a random Roll the Bones combat enhancement you buff currently possessed for 40 seconds. Now, what does this do for us? I think the 4 set is okay, right? Depends on what combat enhancement that you rolled and which one the game selects to give you an additional 40 seconds on. This could be good, or it could be eh. Now, mind you, Roll the Bones combat enhancements aren't necessarily bad. I'll probably put a list of what they are somewhere up in the video so you can see what they are. Of course, they're going to be combat enhancements that are better than others, but I mean, combat enhancement is combat enhancement, right? So to just have that ability to refresh one of them for 40 seconds, I don't think that's too bad, right? Especially when you think of things of how some of the talents are shifted. You get Roll the Bones off of cooldown a lot faster. You can constantly refresh these combat enhancement to have a longer duration more frequently. So I think honestly that's pretty cool. The 2 set, not so much, but the 4 set I think is okay. Alright, but other than that, let's go ahead and go into our talents, man. So as you can see here from the last video, we got certain abilities that are baseline, right? We're gonna go the wrong tab, of course. So we got some baseline abilities here. I don't think they're gonna actually show them in here. So, yes, Restless Blades has been one of the pivotal talents that we had to spec into in 10.1. In 10.2, Restless Blades is now passive. So there's one combo point that we are free of that we can do some things with. And if anybody doesn't know, Restless Blades is the cream of the crop for Outlaw, because it makes majority of all your skills that are actually useful to your spec have a reduced cooldown per combo point spent, right? So all your finishing moves will reduce these things by a second per combo point. So if it's 5 combo points you used on it, 5 seconds, 7 combo points, 7 seconds, y'all can do math, right? I think that's definitely major that they did this with Restless Blades. So that gave us a freedom of a point. Also, grappling hook. Having a spec into mobility or any type of class, I feel is pretty dumb. So them giving us grappling hook baseline, I think is great that they did that. And we don't have to go through that anymore, right? And also, another, as I should have mentioned, they gave us Blade Flurry as well, baseline. Blade Flurry is probably going to be in our top 3 damage when it comes to majority of fights. Depends on N+, single target, things like that. So giving us this baseline, and even on single targets fights, Blade Flurry is pretty damn good. To have this baseline kind of gives you a little bit of ease of mind, not having to worry about where you're gonna put your points to get the most out of your class, because two out of the three baseline talents they already gave them to you, between Blade Flurry and Restless Blades. So good job to Buzz on that. Now let's go ahead and slide into the talents, right? So we're not gonna really go over too much in the talent tree here. I think you can kind of adjust this pretty much any way you want to go, right? Now we have a few talents that we can go into, we can choose from, that could be a little controversial just based on the type of builds that you want to go with, right? Now, ambush, the improved ambush build. Now the ambush build is cool. It's an extra button that you can hit just based off of your pistol shot, right? If you get half energy pistol shots, you can get a chance to proc your ambush to use outside of stealth. Is it a good button? It's good to have more attacks to hit, right? But is it one of those buttons that you're going to see on your DPS chart in your top 5 because you're talented into it? Chances are you won't. If they buff ambush, maybe so. But as of right now, I don't really feel like that's a good benefit for us. I feel like you can go more. You still want to take certain abilities. You want to make sure that you're getting as much haste as you can. Any talents that's going to give you haste, you want to go ahead and get for those. Cold Blood is always going to be great. Vigor is always going to be, I feel like it's going to be mandatory. You want to increase your energy and your regen by 15%. So certain talents here you're going to want to take, and you kind of have to take in order to get to certain ones. Thistle Tea, you can kind of go your way with Thistle Tea if you want to. Just kind of just depends on your play style and how you want to manage things. I've always liked Echoing Reprimand. I think sometimes it is a little tricky to land in those anima charges, but they're lined up 2, 3, and 4. I don't know if they've changed. So if you spend 2 combo points, and 3 combo points, and 4 combo points, you'll hit those marks as though they consume 7 combo points. I think it's a good talent. I still think it's one of the things you could probably try out, get a little testing with, and if you like the button, you'll find a way to make it work, right? Now, Shadow Dance is kind of one of those things that is controversial to me, solely because the class fantasy of Outlaw, right? Not saying that Shadow Dance is bad, but it doesn't feel like an ability that Outlaw should be using. Now, it does allow you to use all your stealth abilities and gives you your combat benefits of abilities from stealth for 6 seconds. So that helps with a talent called Take 'em by Surprise. So most pulls when you start them, you're going to be in stealth. So you're going to get the 10% buff, and then you're going to get 20 seconds after breaking stealth. So if you got a weak aura that's going to track this for you, you get your 20 seconds of haste buff, 10%, and then you'll pop Shadow Dance solely to get taken by surprise back up again. So that's almost like a 20, 40, it's like a 50-something second window total, right? Depends on how you spec it, that you have the 10% haste buff. Now, I feel like at some point, you're specking more towards haste or things like that. This might not be as viable, maybe, with Shadow Dance. I guess you can argue that Shadow Dance can give you the benefit of using abilities like Sap, if you can quick Sap a target that you need to get to, or things like that. I just don't feel that you're going to get the most out of Shadow Dance. So to get here, you got to spend 4 points total, right? You have to spec into Soothing Darkness, which some content you don't care about the heals. Now, Night Stalker is not bad, right? And then if you spec into, if I could find it here, Subterfuge, you can get 3 seconds kind of in a window to deal 10% increased damage right? But I feel like this haste overall with Shadow Dance would be better. But if I wish there was another route to getting the Shadow Dance versus having to go this way, right? But as you can see, the rest of the trees, like you have to go straight down in order to get to certain abilities, which I understand. But I wish Shadow Dance wasn't here. If Shadow Dance didn't exist on the tree, I think it would be honestly just fine, right? Now we're gonna go over just some of the new talent changes that they made. For 10.2, we got Thieves Versatility, so it's just a flat 1.4%, right? They changed Adrenaline Rush, improved Adrenaline Rush. They went ahead and changed that so you get full combo points whenever you activate Adrenaline Rush, but then you refill your energy at the end. So once again, if you got something that's tracking Adrenaline Rush, you'll kind of know, hey, this is right around the time I need to dump my energy because it's going to refill it in the beginning. And that's also cool because when it refills and you got a talent like Vigor, you know, having 200 energy refilled can be definitely major. Now, another button that's really, really good, and they got these on the same tree, is Blade Rush. Blade Rush in 10.1 is pretty good because it does give you energy back. But if you're talented into Thistle Tea, it restores 100 energy. So 100 over 25, you know, you can kind of make your argument. It just depends on how many buttons you want to hit and what type of buttons you want to hit. But Ghostly Strike has been buffed very well. 15% increased damage from all of our abilities, and for 12 seconds instead of 10. So that's definitely going to be a big lick of our damage whenever we open up on mobs and bosses. Dreadblades is really good. The only thing you got to be very, very careful about, and I've killed myself already testing, is your finishing moves consuming 8% of your health. There is a bug with Killing Spree right now that they said they are going to address. So the bug is you Dreadblades and you Killing Spree at 6 combo points. So you're going to get multiple hits of Killing Spree, and every time it hits, it takes away 8% of your health. And you can just kill yourself. I know this because I've done this twice, right? But making Killing Spree accessible and Dreadblades at the same time, I think there's going to be a lot of powerful, a lot of big damage coming out from Outlaw once you hit, you know, certain trinkets and things like that. And then other than that, you got a few kind of cool talents here at the bottom. Between the Eyes has no cooldown, and also dispatches the target for 100% of normal damage when used from stealth. Now, the cool part I like about this, right? Between the Eyes has always been an ability I've liked, right? And if you go into improve Between the Eyes, critical strikes in Between the Eyes deal 4 times normal damage, things like that. I think it's cool. Like, I like the aspect of Between the Eyes having no cooldown, but only getting dispatch out of stealth kind of bottlenecks you into Shadow Dance, and then using Vanish more offensively, which honestly I feel like you'd want to use Vanish defensively in most cases. But I guess it depends on the build. But you got to think about going back to trusty old Restless Blade. Reducing the cooldown on Vanish, it might not be a bad idea. I think it all honestly comes down to like the play style of how you want to play the game, and how you want to manage your buttons. So like the more buttons you give yourself, the more you're going to have to manage. What you think about Restless Blades just being so good, and you're just going to have a lot of access to a lot of different tools that you can use. I feel like Combat Rogue has like one of the biggest, most versatile toolkits, probably any spec in the game. It has a lot of things that it can do, right? Fan and Hammer, Pistol Shot is going to be probably some of your highest damage. It just does a lot. I want to do a few builds that don't revolve around having ambush, but I had to figure out a way to get through and not really utilize any of this. I don't really want to use anything that pertains to ambush, right? I like the button, but I don't want it to be something that I have to pick. But other than that, from what I've seen, Outlaw Talents, the changes in the tree were great, giving us Blade Flurry, giving us Grapple Hook and Restless Blades baseline. I think that was a great move, giving us access to Dread Blades and Killing Spree at the same time. It's fantastic. The buff to Ghostly Strike makes you want to play the button because it does give you a combo point. Increase all your damage on the target by 15% for 12 seconds. You can get a lot of damage in from a Ghostly Strike building up to a Killing Spree with Adrenaline Rush, Cold Blood still up, things like that. A lot of damage can get pumped out on top of having Blade Flurry active. That's 15% damage. Blade Flurry just going nuts, right? I think they did a pretty good job overall. I think I would like to see a few more numbers adjusted. But I guess we'll see how it goes. But overall, the tier set, I think is mediocre. No one really cares about Sinister Strike. If it's something that pertains to like Blade Flurry or Pistol Shot or Between the Eyes even, I think it would be cool, right? But the 2 set is kind of mediocre. Roller Bones is cool because we do need Roller Bones in order to make Outlaw like work. But other than that, I think it's if I had to grade it on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd probably give it a 5. It'd be right in the middle for me. But all in all, we still got plenty of time before 10.2 drops. But that's it. That's all I got for you. I hope everyone appreciated the video. Comment down below how you feel about Outlaw if you play Outlaw. And if you don't, what class and spec are you playing? And I'll give my honest review on it, how I feel. Alright, so see you guys in the next video. I'll let you. Peace. And that's it. That is it. The video has been recorded. Oh, bro. I might just start doing this more. Recording while streaming feels better. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. Let's see. Before I leave, that made me get. I need it, honestly. Appreciate it, bro. Thank you, man. You know, I've always been like fascinated with people that do videos, right? That just, I like script writing. I kind of like to like freestyle it most of the time. And most of the time I know exactly what I want to talk about when it comes to like video stuff. It's just like the thought of like putting it out there and me wondering if people are going to listen to it. You know what I mean? But yeah, that was pretty good. I feel like I went pretty smoothly with that. I had to go ahead and work on this thumbnail. I don't even know what type of thumbnail I'm putting.
The mountains are mighty here.
I figured it
Plant
out.
our banners to mark what the Dragon Scale expedition has discovered.
But yeah, I'm about to see if I can kill myself with Dread Blades and Killing Spree real quick. That shit is the funniest shit. Because when I did it, I was in org and I was like, yo, where? I was like, oh, what's happening? Next thing you know, my screen flashed red and I died. And I was like, what happened? So let's see if we can go ahead and let's see if we can go ahead and take ourselves out real quick. Oh, the room hasn't loaded yet. Oh, boy. I hate when this happens. I need to start myself with being extremely casual. Feels like I had nothing to share. Bro, my advice, man, everyone has something unique to share somewhere. Like, if you record the exact same video that I do on Outlaw Rogue, something you're gonna say or do, or your editing style or your delivery is gonna be different from mine, right? What I usually get from people that listen to my stuff, they like my voice, right? Even though I'm not super serious in the game, I wish I could. I probably could, right? I think I can honestly take WoW seriously and making content on it seriously, right? But most people come to me of like, black guy playing WoW, like and my voice. They're like, oh shit, it's kind of cool. So, I think you got it, man. You just like literally that hardest part is always just hitting record or hitting start stream. And regardless if you're casual, there's millions of people out there like just casual ass people that make content. And oh shit, I'm lagged. Oh, go for it, man. Yo, Joe, you should join my Discord, man. I'm working on growing my Discord some more because I got a lot of people in there that I used to rock with in there, and they're doing their thing. Yo, how did I get stuck back here, man? How did I get stuck back here? Where my hearse thing? Where is my hearse thing? Where the hell I get stuck in? I'm not even blue. Oh, okay. What to say? I don't remember how to even share my stuff. I have so much tech that I have to catch up on that I just don't know how to do anymore. I don't know how to do anything sometimes. I just be like, yo, what? When did I become so old? Like, what? I'd be like, oh, I don't know. We know how to do shit. All right, go get this link. I'm sending you the link right now. Yeah, let me send you this link real quick. Let's see if we can end ourselves real quick. All right. So, wait. Let's see if I can do it. All right. Here's what we're gonna do. I'll be going in. Ambush. We're gonna rally. Go here. Killed myself. I knew it. Yeah, it's good. Dead. Yes, that's how you end it. That's how you end it. What's the week? Killing spree. New York. So gotta be careful. I think I'm gonna do it just for TikTok. Make a TikTok short or YouTube short. Man. Yeah, when I did that shit the other day, I was like, there's no way. I was like, where am I flying to? But yeah, I know definitely tomorrow night I'm gonna be getting a good bit of content because Mythic Plus opens on PTR. So I'm gonna definitely be putting a lot of things to the test and just seeing how it goes. I'm excited to see how everything looks. I'm trying my best. So one class I did dabble with a tad bit is Ellie. Boy, Ellie's 2-piece is whenever you cast Primordial Wave, it casts Elemental Blast at 100% damage. I was like, what? Like that? I'm gonna log onto it before I log over here. I have the wording like down. But yeah, Ellie looks good. Like really, really good. let's do this again. I didn't even have poisons up or nothing. I have anything to eat in my bags. Alright. We're gonna get back to full health. Alright, cool. Alright, we're going back in. Full of bones. Here. We're gonna make it I couldn't do it that time. It didn't work out. I missed the window. Don't worry, I'll make it into I will make it into a TikTok for the YouTube channel. Oh man. But anyways, oh no. I gotta make a thumbnail. Got to make a thumbnail. Close it. Let me open this up real quick. Open it up. Let me open it. But anyway, I appreciate it, man. Coming through another short. I started streaming a little bit later than I usually would. But, well, actually, I started the stream earlier than I usually would. But I have to wake up earlier than I usually do. Because I got to drive an hour and 20 minutes to my last day of training for my job. That's the only reason I'm not staying up any later than I am. Because I got to sleep. Because I literally was nodding off in class all day today. All day. 8 to 5. What? It's treacherous. Anyways, I appreciate it, man. Make sure the video will be, I'm actually working on the video. It's not going to take me much. A little bit. Thumbnail it. Put it on up. It'll be good. But I appreciate it, man. Take it easy, Zero. Everybody else, any lurkers, y'all take it easy. I'm going to holler at y'all later. Make sure like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'm going to holler at y'all on the flip. All right.